Hey everyone, it's Izzy and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a little bit of a serious topic, okay? As many of you guys know, I own a bunch of pets, and I feel like this kind of shows the reality of having any pets, honestly. But basically, to just wrap it up in a nutshell, I had to take one of my hamsters, Totoro, to the vet. So, if you guys didn't know, Totoro is my first hamster that I ever got, which, by the way, we got confirmation on what he really is because there was a whole debate on my channel if he's a mouse, if he's actually a hamster, and we did get confirmation for that. So, stay tuned till the end. But this is Totoro, my first ever hamster that I got. Matter of fact, like, my first ever pet that I got, like, by myself with my own money. And I take care of him fully by myself, okay? So, I noticed one morning he was at his little food enrichment, and his eye, around his eye, was really red. Now, he wasn't acting not normal, not like himself. He was acting perfectly fine, but I knew that something was wrong, and I literally, like, wanted to cry. I was like, no! So, I ended up taking, like, a bunch of videos and pictures, which you guys are gonna see it, and I ended up sending it to my cousin who works at a vet, and thank God that she does, because, whew, at least I have someone that has knowledge, okay? And she ended up telling me that it either was mites, or it was, like, an infection, okay? Or, like, an irritation or something from, like, scratching. It could have been one of those things. Now, if you own hamsters, mites are, like, every hamster owner's biggest fear, okay? So I got immediately terrified that it could be mites, possibly, even though I do clean and maintain the hamster cages as much as I can. I feel like mites seemed really unlikely, but I didn't know. So I ended up quarantining Totoro in this bin. Now, before anyone comes for me, okay, it was temporary. It was just for one night, but I needed to make sure that he was going to be okay, and I wanted him to be next to my bed so I can watch him and monitor him throughout the night. So I ended up moving him into the bin out of his enclosure, and I ended up putting new bedding, but I didn't put too much bedding because I just didn't want him to, like, bury himself too much, and I wouldn't be able to monitor his eye, because once again, I didn't really know what the problem was. And then the next day, we ended up taking him to the vet, okay? Now, I was so scared that, like, it was gonna be something really, really bad, and it ended up being something I did not expect. And I feel like this is to spread awareness, okay? This is to spread a lot of awareness, because whenever they looked at him, his bottom tooth ended up overgrowing to the point where it hit the top of his lip and he was bleeding. And I felt so bad. I felt horrible knowing that he was, like, in that pain. So they think what happened was when he was crying, when he was, like, you know, touching that because he was in pain, he might have scratched his eye, which caused the red irritation. And then his overgrowth on the tooth is also what happened. So I felt so bad. So they ended up telling me that he is a Chinese dwarf hamster, which, period, he is actually a hamster, but they ended up having to trim down his tooth, okay, because it just got way too big. And hamsters' teeth are always growing throughout their lives, and I did know this, but I didn't know that it could get that bad to the point where it could reach the top of his upper lip. Maybe it was just, like, a lack of research on my part. I don't know. I have not seen that many people talk about this being, like, an issue. I've only seen, like, that it could get big, and I feel so bad that I maybe didn't do enough research on that. I don't know, but they ended up having to trim down his tooth, and whenever they were talking to me about, like, everything that he needed, like his medication, trimming down his tooth, the eye drops, I was like, oh my god, money symbols, money symbols, money symbols. Like, how much is this gonna be? How much is this gonna be, doc? Like, it ended up being $370, which I know is a lot, and I know not a lot of people would spend that much money on their hamsters, but this is, like, the reality. If you do want to get a hamster, I feel like you should want to be able to, like, give them the best life and help them if you can which it's a lot of money. It's a lot less than I thought, because when he was talking about it, I thought I was going to be walking away and spending like $600. I was like, oh my god. So yeah, make sure to watch this video till the end and comment and boost this video for engagement so I can make that money back. But yeah, it was so expensive that even my grandma was like, how much to just put him down? Put him down? What? Like, what do you mean? So yeah, we ended up paying it, and obviously they trimmed down his tooth, and then they gave me medication, which right now, the routine, which I am going to be posting a short TikTok and Instagram reel, so make sure to go support the Instagram and the TikTok. And support my YouTube channel, please. Thank you. So, I am going to be posting like a routine video. However, he does have 2 medication. He is taking the morning medication at 11:30 a.m. and then it's every 12 hours. So then I also do his eye drops at that time. And then his second dose of medication is his 24-hour one, which I give to him at 1 p.m. and then his second eye drops, and then at 11:30 p.m. I give him his last medicine of the day with the third and final eye drop. So that's currently the routine that I have to do for 21 days straight, which is a lot of fun. I mean, it's spicing up my day for sure. I also have to smush down his food. If you are like a sensory person, it's so gross. It's actually really gross. But I have to smush it down and make it so it's basically really smushy, because it hurts his teeth when he's like eating it and it's too hard. So that's the current situation of Totoro. So he's doing okay right now when I'm posting this video. I will obviously keep you guys updated through like shorts, and maybe I'll do like another long form talking about this a little bit more. But I kind of just wanted to give you guys an update, because I feel like this is the reality that nobody really talks about that much when it comes to like having a lot of pets, is that something could unexpectedly happen. Like, mind you, I saw him the day before and he was perfectly fine. I mean, clearly he wasn't that fine because his tooth was overgrown. But this is like the reality of having any pets in general, is you might have to take them to the vet, and but yeah, guys, if you have any questions and if you guys want to follow along with Totoro's journey, make sure to subscribe, and you can leave any comments in the comment section down below. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about. It's kind of like a little story time, and I didn't have too much footage of everything like throughout the process, because I was just more in a panic state than like, oh my god, I need to make content. That's not shade to anybody. Not shade to anyone, but I just wasn't thinking too much about it in the moment, but I still wanted to make you guys a video, and hopefully he gets better. Right now, I think he is getting better. His eye is starting to look better, but I can tell that his tooth is probably bothering him still while he's eating, so I have to make sure that I smush his food. It's really gross. It's like granny baby food. Like, it's kind of gross.